Hello everyone and welcome to my channel again in MMA. I'm Gotham and today I'll be revisiting the latest card this previous week that we had Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong, a card whose prelims were packed with actions. Every finish, every fight was a finish, and usually it is one way or the other. Either the prelims sucks or either the main card sucks. But we got a good main card. I tuned into the main card, so I'm not gonna be reviewing the prelims because I didn't watch them. I'll be just covering the fights that I watched. And let's start with the main card right away. First fight we had in the light heavyweight division, we had Alonzo versus Julian Walker. A fight which, for the most part, it was looking like Julian Walker can win a fight. I heard the commentators; they all were saying that Julian Walker has a great wrestling. He's going to wrestle, and for the most part, it's his debut. And shout out to Jubilee, man. What can I do? How it is very difficult to talk about. The fighters who are just coming up and just say negative things about them because our guy is not on a good state right now, but we will walk past it hopefully. But then again, in heavyweight divisions, it is usually if you have a little better skill than the other person, because most of the time they usually throw hands, or most of the time they are very strong wrestlers who have punching power. But Julian Walker showed incredible. I think he has good wrestling. He can wrestle. He only has 6 fights and he almost beat Alonzo. Even when he almost got rocked in all the rounds. I think all the rounds they both hurt each other, but then again Alonzo was hurting him, Julius more, or maybe it was Julius who was just showing a little too much reaction to every punch, because for the most part it was looking like he's gonna get knocked out in 2-3 combinations, but he was just there for the most part, and it was quite surprising for me, honestly. And the fight, again, split decision, could have gone either way, without a doubt. Could have gone either way, but the strength, I think, Alonzo has is incredible, because at the most positions, Julius was almost picking him up and was not able to throw him down. The entire fight, it was so hard to get a takedown on a guy. But then again, he is not. I think he was in a different sport before his 6 fights, and well, I think he needs to learn how to trip people, or he needs to go to Dagestan for 2 years, no callbacks, and be a wrestler. But to have the upper edge, I think he needs to go to Georgia. But overall, the fight was incredible. He had incredible moments, boos even, because Julius was rubbing him off the cage and not doing much, and crowd just got into it. And then again, the fight was okay, except the boos and the moments we got. It was a good opener, I suppose. Only if he had a finish. And then comes the featherweight bout. I was surprised and not surprised at the same time, because Gene Silva, when I saw his pre-fight preview that they show in the locker room, he was throwing things which were looking like those can be countered. Then again, fighters don't throw with their full speed and they just show. And he's just so emotional when he goes to the fight. Like he's He's so passionate to go there. He just wants to go there. He's crying on the way. I think most people can get the awkward moment when he was preparing for the cut, man. His he tried to kiss his wife while his wife was speaking to him, and I think the wife didn't kiss him back, and it was funny, like entirely funny. But the fighting nerds, man, they are producing some great, great performances over the time period, and it is incredible to see. I was thinking Melisk would do something. His striking was looking more disciplined, but Gene Silva, man, the most I think underrated combo is the 1-2. Sorry, the most successful combo in most fights is it is 1-2 if the fighter is only stopping with the one hand. If they're just stopping with the one hand and leaning back, most of the time it's not gonna work. For the most part, it can be a distant management from the jab, and I can just push forward, which what Gene Silva did. He threw a jab and then a right hook, and it is quite. I think to defend from 1-2s, it is really important to just, if you are shifting, just roll with it. Because if you are not, his punch landed on his face like this, like on this region. If only he had moved back and put his hand into it and rolled with it. Who knows, man, who knows? But the power this guy has, man. The power this guy has. Holy hell. Like he punched him. My guy got knocked out. And he was confused when he sat down. Manisk was confused when he sat down. And Gene Silva, being the man he is, he doesn't want to put more punishment on him. He's looking at the referee that you're not going to stop it. And then he has to go. But the elbows he landed on his oblique region, man. Come on now. This guy is a savage, man. Savage on an entire different level. The emotions he shows, the fighting spirit that he has, the passion he has. It's just incredible, man. To see this guy fight, I think his entrance in the fight and during the fight, his energy was on a different level. Not only that, he was also engaging with the crowd, engaging with the fighter when he was landing a good shot. Knowing that I will land my shot and you will be knocked out. Just like Ilya, man. These guys are crazy, man. Crazy. But moving forward in the fight, which I didn't really watch, I skipped it for the reasons I had. I think most of the raw foreign fights are usually go to the decision, but they are incredible in the sense of technique and technical boxing. And then Gene also had great success. The fight was, when I tuned back again, the fight was looking quite exciting because Gene was almost busted up, and I thought Gene would win. But then again, man, it's raw font. What can you say? But a fight which was looking like it is gonna go the other way, but went the way it went the first time. Brendan Allen versus Anthony Hernandez. Fight number 2. 7 years back, they had the same result that they had now, which is incredible. Crazy, to be honest. Because Brandon Allen was looking sharp when they were on the stand-up, and then again Anthony Hernandez was looking good when it was on the ground. But Brandon Allen switched. In the first round, he reversed the position. And he was landing shots. He was looking for submissions. He was landing shots, and I thought that it might go to Brandon's way. It is looking good for him. Then he might win, man. Who doesn't want to support the underdog? For the most part, I wanted Brandon to win, but Anthony Hernandez, man, this guy, man, crazy guy, man, crazy guy. He fought like he wanted to annihilate Brandon's game plan completely. Because in the second round, as every round stands on the field, Anthony dragged him down, beated him, trying to put on some submissions. Brandon Arnold switched, going for a he was on the back, like a backpack. Hernandez shaked him off, and then he was top of him again. Again, at one point, I don't know if it's the second or the third round, it looked like Brandon Allen was on top of him, but on the backside. If the crucifix would have been there, oh my god. You could have seen the legendary finish, the best finish with both crucifix and elbows to the head. Crazy, man, crazy. But then again, it was high level wrestling from one side, and it really shows the level on middleweight. Because the guys are good, the guys are doing really good, but when you have monsters like DDP and Hamzat in a division where Hamzat is just ragdogging everyone in the first round with the energy that he puts, it will be really difficult if Hamzat beats DDP and anyone other than DDP challenges. It will be very difficult to wear off that energy, because he has incredible energy when it comes to the first round. And looking at their first round, well, it was quite paced, but what are you going to do when a guy is just throwing himself onto you? Like, he has such a long arms, and people say he's so powerful. It is really incredible. It would be really incredible to see him go on a crazy run as a defending champion. But then again, anything can happen. DDP can put out a great upset. If DDP beats Hamzat, which will be very difficult, but if he does, the aura that DDP is going to have is going to be unmatched. Hamzat has aura, but if DDP beats Hamzat, DDP will have an aura that is going to be undefined. And if then DDP goes up to light heavyweight and beats a guy at light heavyweight, damn, we are looking at something incredible, clearly incredible. And if Ilya pulls the same thing before DDP, god damn, 2025 can be a crazy year for MMA, like crazy. Ilya's moved to 155. We got DDP, and then the middleweights, Brandon Allen, Anthony Hernandez. I don't really know if they have a shot this year. It is going to be really hard, clearly. They are high level fighters, but we are talking about monsters, man. Clear monsters of the game. But then let's move on to the fight which was not going Cejudo's way. But with incredible controversy, we have a winner and a loser. So Henry Cejudo and Song Yadong, a fight that was supposed to last 4 rounds according to Cejudo's prediction, but did not actually last it 4 rounds. Cejudo and Song went 3 rounds where it hurts me to see Cejudo go for takedowns and he's not getting them. And before his fights, the one of the best highlights of his career or one of the greatest achievements that he has is freestyle gold in Olympics. I think most people would agree to say that Cejudo should retire. It is clearly not going good for his legacy at all. He had some answers for Song's stand up, but not quite there. And then again, he was going for takedowns, and the takedowns were also not there, which is hurtful to see him dive like that. And I was only worried that if Song landed takedown on Cejudo, it is going to be very hard to defend American wrestling again for anyone. I'm not defending it, but it's going to be very hard to go with American wrestling as to see it as dangerous, if I may say. But to recap the fight, first round was competitive, I suppose. The last 2 rounds were Songs, and it was really incredible to see Henry use the entire 5 minutes, because I don't think I have seen anyone use the entire 5 minutes. And I don't know what was going through Henry's mind. I think he should have. Maybe he wanted to give a decision to not get stuck with this, or maybe he doesn't know the rules or something like that. But whatever happened, it's great that we have a winner, we have a proper verdict of a fight, not left us hanging with a no contest, even though one fighter was dominating the other. But then again, these eye pokes, man, they're getting. A UFC needs to change the gloves. Clearly, they need to change the gloves. Maybe they need the Pride gloves back, or maybe. Who's that? Gaethje's coach, what's his name? Trevor. We need Trevor's gloves because they seem incredible. But the UFC gloves, man, they need to change them. They are not going good at all. We've seen multiple eye pokes. I think in the previous main event there were eye pokes against Jared, and then in this one again we have eye pokes. And then Cejudo said he couldn't see with his eye, which is, again, I don't know how to take it, because Bisping, well, we can say with a fluke, but he won a title. He fought, even though Vitor just tore his eye out. We see Shara Magomedov fight with one eye. And then again, Brunson, I think it was Brunson who tweeted that Cejudo was saying he can't see, but he was posing to camera angles. Crazy, man. Like, seriously crazy. And it was quite uh, confusing to see him look referee Herbzog, I think his name, him straight, then saying he can't see. Maybe he can't see from the one eye, but again, it is very painful when you get hit in the eye. It is really painful to keep both of them open, because if even if you fight like this, you gotta have you gotta have something to stop it from opening. You can't just, or maybe you can just do it, but if your eye is not opening, the second one will be affected if you are not used to it getting closed or fighting with one eye. And we take examples of Bisping and Shara. Bisping, after getting head kicked, did not continue the fight. The fight was over. He had surgery. He had recovery. After that, he fought with one eye. And your vision is affected because you can't see from the part that you were supposed to see from that eye. Which is, again, it is quite difficult. But the fighter you're fighting is in front of you, and it is quite, I won't say easy, but it is there. You can see, or you can pinpoint things. Like, I can pinpoint my camera. So, well, the camera is not moving, but and with Shara again, he is like this. It's not he got eye poked in the fight to not see. When we had a great example of DC and Miocic's third fight where DC's eye was poked, and he was complaining about the eye poke, even though in the first fight he intentionally poked someone in the eye, which is why I see fighters very hypocritical about fouling. When they do it, oh, it happens. When the other person does it, oh, they did it intentionally. God damn, crazy. But then again, it is quite difficult. I had a shuttlecock straight to my eye, and when I opened my eye, I could only see blood. But the thing was, if I did this during that time, I was not able to open my left eye properly because I am not used to keeping my eye closed, and my eye is hurting, so it is not opening fully. Because if it's open fully, it is hurting, and if I close it, my other eye is getting closed as well. So if we are supposed, but then again, Cejudo's eye was completely open, or maybe he was hurting during that time. I think it was a right call from Cejudo to not continue, because optical or more sensitive areas, which is again the eye, when you get hit, it will deal with your senses quite a lot. The pain you are feeling, you will feel more. Even if your testosterone is high and you're not feeling anything, you're heated up, but still the eye will make you feel something. Which is why I think it was a great call from Cejudo to use the entire 5 minutes, but then to say I want to fight, and or maybe he was just going through really, it is quite confusing situation. But then again, okayish call. We were seeing where the fight was going, and there were no takedowns. Cejudo has very less success in exchanges, and The song was gonna win. He had the power. Cejudo, man, he should retire. When Cejudo was getting his double champ status, I was like, damn, man, this guy is crazy, man. Really crazy. Beat TJ, Demetrius Johnson. God damn. Then TJ. God damn. And then Dominic Cruz. Controversial, but again, Dominic Cruz. I don't think it's that much controversial, but then again, when there are legacies on the line, the fight should go on a little bit longer. And then retiring. It was good. You're supposed to say retired, man. Now you came back 3 losses again to the best competition. I think it was against Sterling, Marab, and now Song, which is completely fine, man. But you gotta stay. You have to retire, man. Please get a retirement fight. Fight someone, a veteran, or if you still want to test yourself, go on, man. Go on. But it is quite difficult to see. And it is easy to make fun of him. For the most part, I think nobody really the Nelk boys were going to fight him. From the cringe persona, I think that is what it comes. People don't really respect the work you have put in. When he announced his retirement, no one was asking him to come back. No one. Even though he saved division, Flyweight made it interesting. Cringe but interesting. But no one cared. It is sad to see, man. It is sad to see. He's trying to do a lot of good, but I don't know, man. He's in a weird situation. I like Cejudo, man. And now to see him like this, it is not good. Well, that's my take on the fight. And it was quite entertaining fight night with incredible finishes and incredible knockouts. Incredible almost submissions in the main card. But very good. And next up we will have Manil Cap, the GOAT, with Alamabawe. I will be I will be giving a prediction video before the fight and hopefully do a fight camp. But let's go, man. That was it from my side. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.